Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get to Know a Chaplain from the Spiritual Life Center at the University of Lynchburg. My name is Nathan Albert. I'm the Associate Chaplain in the Spiritual Life Center. And we had this idea, since we're all doing this virtual thing, why not do a virtual Get to Know everyone? So we're going to, over the coming days and weeks, I'm going to interview different people from our Spiritual Life Center. So you can get to know our chaplains, you can get to know our staff, you can get to know our student workers, and we can join together and have some fun. So today I have the privilege of welcoming our good friend Kayla, who is our director of Catholic Campus Ministry. I'm going to invite her in here. And welcome, Kayla, to our our second Get to Know Someone at the Spiritual Life Center.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy to be a part of this.
So tell our viewers right now a little bit about who you are, just personally, and then what do you do here at the University of Lynchburg?
Sure. So I am born and raised in Virginia, love Virginia, and I am Catholic and very, very passionate about my faith and sharing it with other people. On campus, I am the director of the Catholic Campus Ministry program, and I'm actually a ministry partner, so I am able to be here in the Spiritual Life Center, but I do work for the Diocese of Richmond. And so I get to work with the Catholic students and doing different activities like Bible study and rosary, and we're very, very blessed to be able to have Mass on campus, and that's probably one of my favorite things that we get to do.
That's awesome. And you also work at some other institutions doing the same thing, right?
Doing the same thing, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're busy.
I'm busy, which is great. I enjoy it. It means I get to see more people.
That's right. Tell people a little bit. I've asked all our chaplains this and staff, but kind of, can you summarize your spiritual journey? I mean, you said you're Catholic. So what was that? Were you raised as a Catholic? And if that's so, how did kind of your own spiritual exploration be a part of that?
Sure. Yeah. So I am what people call a cradle Catholic. So I was born and raised in the faith, so to speak. And I think my main journey, spirituality, of like coming more into my faith after growing up in it and getting confirmed and going through all the sacraments, was in my undergrad at Liberty, where a lot of people questioned the Catholic faith. So it kind of forced me to actually learn and figure out what I believed. And that was really kind of the starting point of becoming a lot more traditional in my faith and learning more about it and being more firm in it. So I'm very thankful for the questioning, because it really helps me to dig deep and educate myself.
Yeah. What for you, was there like a practice within Catholicism or a certain part of a Mass, or was there something that really like drew you in, like this really allows me to connect with God in a certain way? Or was there some sort of practice or prayer or ritual that, maybe you grew up with that were like, no, now that I'm in college or now that I'm kind of grown up, this is like everything for me?
I would say probably two parts of just the Mass in general, of kind of getting more involved in that and actually knowing what the different pieces mean and why we're doing them, as well as something called morning prayer, which is part of the Liturgy of the Hours. So it's prayers that everyone across the world who's Catholic, whether you're a priest, you're a nun, or in the convent, or you're the Pope, you pray these at specific hours during the day. And that was something I started doing daily my sophomore year. And that really helped me to kind of connect my faith universally, of just knowing that I'm not alone. And there's other people that are doing this at the same time. And I thought that was definitely think that was kind of my start into doing more meditative prayers, but also just other Catholic prayers.
Yeah. There's something really unique about ancient prayers that literally people all over the world are praying, but that people for literally centuries have been praying these same prayers over and over. It like really broadens, I feel like, a faith tradition when you discover that.
So for sure. Yeah, it's really cool that these have been the same prayers prayed for years and years and years now.
Yeah. Really, so being at Lynchburg, being a native Virginian, being a cradle Catholic, what do you love about the Spiritual Life Center and students at the University of Lynchburg, and your role, what is it that you're like, this gets me up in the morning, I love coming to work?
I love just being around students. I think it's really great to hear what they're doing and how they're doing it, and just being able to share the faith and different aspects of it with them. I think my favorite part about Lynchburg in general is the fact that so many people know each other. Like, it's such a small campus, but it's also such a community that, you can walk by a group of students and you're probably going to know at least 2 or 3 of them, and they all know each other, and they all know these students on the other side of campus doing something. Like, the community aspect on campus, I think it's amazing. And it's so cool.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit hobby-wise. Do you have hobbies, passions, things outside of Catholicism and work and Virginia? What are some things you love to do, or activities you occupy yourself with?
So I do love to run, and I love running at the downtown trails by the water. It's just so pretty and kind of helps you to keep going, I think. And I grew up in a classic car household, so I love classic cars. Lynchburg isn't the most avid car area, but growing up, we would go to a Saturday car show every single Saturday and several other events throughout the year. And so it's just really cool to see different classic cars and get to just admire them because they're beautiful and powerful too.
So what is your favorite classic car that you're going to buy one day?
I would love to own a 1950 120 Jag XK. It's a beautiful, swoopy Jaguar, and it's absolutely beautiful. That is probably my top. And then I hope to inherit one of the cars my dad owns. He owns a 1939 Ford Coupe, and it's beautiful, fully restored. You could pluck it out of 1939, and it is one of his pride and joys, aside from all of his kids.
Sure.
His cars, and that is the car I want. I told him he's not allowed to sell it. I want it. I will own it one day.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Here's some prayers for that. That'd be so fun.
Please, yeah. Love that.
I mean, we're living through a pandemic. We're soon to be in an election season. There's wildfires all over the West Coast. Things are going really well. But we're doing this virtually. What do you say to students right now? Or what do you want them to be reminded of or encouraged by when it seems like we're living through some difficult months?
I would probably say take this as the time to see how strong you are. Because we're moving forward, and even if you're going, at an inch snail's pace, you can still look back and go, I did this, and I did it in a pandemic with stress of school and craziness and being away from my family. People don't maybe understand sometimes just how strong they are and how they can get through this if they're just taking little steps forward. And I find that really encouraging to look behind and go, wow, I did this despite everything going around. And so that's something I would love for students to know, is you are stronger than you think you are. And if you're just taking tiny little steps forward, that's still movement, and you can still be really proud of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for being a part of our Get to Know Chaplain and Get to Know the Spiritual Life Center staff. Anyone who's watching, if you want to meet Kayla, you can swing by the Spiritual Life Center. You can get connected. You have our Catholic community has a Instagram. Yeah. And what is that?
That is Lynchburg Catholic.
Lynchburg Catholic.
No, I'm sorry. It's at Catholic Hornet.
There we go.
At Catholic Hornet.
You can follow them there.
Yeah,
we have multiple events on campus, and you can get to know Kayla other ways as well. So thanks for being a part of this, Kayla.
Thank you.
For those who are watching, thanks again for joining us. As always, as we say, be kind, love others. Don't be a jerk, please. It's really that simple. And join us next time when we do another one of our Get to Know Chaplains. So we'll see you next time.